playfulness of it. Wobbling's perfect. Comings out is perfect. All right. Enough on that side. Let's try the other. Getting our bearings. Using the core to help as well. So tucking that pelvis forward a little bit. We'll first come into that 90-degree angle. Focusing our gaze. It's a light gaze on that drishti. Not staring down. Once we feel super balanced here, hands can come to heart and maybe into that warrior three. Slowly tilting our bodies forward. Extending out through that left heel, left heel. Beautiful. See? We got it. Second side's always a little bit easier. You kind of feel it out. We think about the same feeling of that lifted leg, hip kind of moving down, and the other hip moving up. So centering those hips, always thinking about that throughout our practice. Let's play a little more. 90-degree angle. And it tilts. Using the strength of that back heel as a kind of imaginary kickstand in the air. And coming back to center and letting that go. Beautiful. Big challenge, but we got it. All right. Coming to the front of our mat once more. Nice mountain pose. We're going to toe heel our feet, again, nice and slow, to either side of the mat, nice V shape. And we're going to come down into our Yogi Squat. So hands to heart center, and we'll slowly lower hips to heels. Maybe we only get here. Wherever it is good. Beautiful. Arms come to the insides of the knees. Nice tall heart. 2 breaths here. One hand in front, one hand in back, and sink back on the heel or the hips whenever you're ready. We'll take the legs long out in front of us, shake them out a bit. Coming into Dandasana, staff pose. So again, taking out a bit of the flesh from the sit bones, really rooting down. Shoulders reach up, down, and back. Palms on either side of us. And we'll just stay upright for a moment. You'll notice that my knees are quite bent. I have to keep them that way to keep everything in the spine nice and tall. So our hands shouldn't be behind us. They should be right next to us. Heart lifts up, crown of the head is tall. Everything is standing from the hips up. Using the core, every single exhale, we feel that belly button going in and up the spine to protect our back. Toes are reaching towards the face. Energy out through the heels, heels reaching towards the ocean. 2 more big breaths here. And as you are ready, we will begin to fold over the legs. Our palms are going to face up, however, and we're not folding very much. We're just hinging in the hips. So we're thinking about the heart as if there was a string pulling the heart forward and towards the ocean out between our toes. So a nice gentle fold. Not grasping onto anything on purpose, just leaning. Beautiful, exactly. Almost more of a back lengthening and core work rather than necessarily for the hamstrings, though your hamstrings will definitely feel it. Inhaling, heart reaches. Exhale, hinge a bit more. Slowly tiptoe yourself all the way up. Let the hands come behind you, fingertips face forward, bending the knees. We'll take some windshield wiper twists. So we inhale and center. Exhale, knees to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, center. Knees left, gaze right. Inhale, center. Knees right, gaze left. Center. Other side. 3 more rounds. Coming back to center, legs come long again, but we'll reach our right knee into our chest. First, just hold on tight, getting it as close as possible. And then we'll twist on over towards that right leg. So reaching the right arm up and over, tenting the fingers as close to the back of your body as you can. That'll help keep your spine nice and tall. Wrapping that left arm around, pressing that left heel to the ocean. Inhale, we're nice and tall. Exhale, we twist. Next inhale, we'll come back forward and we'll let that right knee flop out open towards the right. We're going to take our left arm to the inside of the left leg. So maybe it's just this far, maybe it's a bit lower. We're going to take a twist. We're going to lift that right arm out on an angle and over. So the right fingertips are reaching towards the left toes. And we also press that right knee down towards the earth. Inhaling, lift the heart to the sky. Exhale, everything sinks down a bit more. Palm is facing up towards the sky. Not forcing yourself to reach very far. Thinking about this more for the hips, so pressing that right leg down. And the side body. Lifting all the way back up to center. Take that right leg in and let it float down to meet the left. Shake both out. We'll take the same series on the other side. So first, bringing that left leg in nice and close. Wrapping the arms around. Toes reach towards the face. Heel out. And we'll lift that left arm up and over. Kickstanding it right behind the body. Wrapping that right arm around. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. returning to earth. Heel, right heel reaching towards the sea. One more big breath. Slowly floating yourself up, back, forward. Left leg meets the right and shaking them out once more. We'll come into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Bringing those heels as close to the body as you can. We'll open the feet up like a little book and take the thumbs and give the bottom of the feet some love. Pressing the thumbs into those ancient meridians, releasing toxins from our bodies, and then rolling the thumbs the other way. When we're done with that, we will flap our butterfly wings. I like to hold on to my toes with my peace fingers. So first, just letting those hips go. We've had quite the series of monarchs in our backyard. It's been beautiful. It's amazing how many there were. On our next inhale, we'll begin to fold. Again, hinging at the hips, leading with the heart forward. Maybe we don't get very far, that's just fine. As long as we keep that back safe. So we very rarely in yoga want to round. Typically, flat back is the best idea. It might even feel more comfortable to face the palms up. Playing with where you feel and where you need the stretch. Slowly tiptoeing your hands back up. Take the hands to either side of the knees and slowly bring them together. Always coming out of our poses at least as slow or slower as the way we come into them. And we'll then actually take our legs back into a diamond shape, but a really big diamond. So feet quite out from us. And we're coming into our sea turtle pose. So this will be one of the times that we round. We're going to take the hands underneath the shins and round into our shells. Crown of the head towards the heels. We can also play here with moving the feet a bit further away from us or a bit closer. Further is going to get into those hamstrings and even up into the psoas a bit more. Of course, it also might be less comfortable. I had a dance teacher who told me that there is no progress without being uncomfortable. So always sinking in to that feeling as long as it's not pain, trust that it is progress. On your next inhale, slowly roll out of your shell. Taking the shoulders up to the ears and down once more. And then taking the legs long. Let's all check the back of our mat. Make sure we've got enough room to lower all the way down. We'll take the arms out in front of us, energy between the hands, flexing the toes towards the face, and we'll lower just one vertebrae at a time. Really taking your time, engaging your core. Going even slower than you thought you could. One more breath, maybe a crunch or two or not. Arms up overhead. Point the toes away now and become like Gumby. Big morning type stretch, stretching through the sides of your body, through your arms, becoming your longest self. And then letting that go, arms float down to the sides. We'll bring our knees into our chest, wrap the arms around them, and rock right and left a little bit on the hips, giving the low back a nice little massage. We're going to take a little challenge on our supine twist today. So we're going to take the right leg over the left as if you were just crossing your legs sitting in a chair. So feet come down to the earth, but our right knee comes on top of our left thigh. So like we're, cross-legged on a chair or maybe a bar stool. And then we'll bring the knees a little closer and let both knees fall over to the right. So again, a bit of a challenge on our supine twist. We might not go very far at all because I need our left shoulders to stay rooted into the ground. And we'll open that left arm out to the side, left palm facing up. So just a little variation on our typical twist. Maybe the gaze comes to look over at the left hand. And we breathe. Back to center with both of the legs, uncrossing them, and then crossing the left leg over the right. Right arm reaches straight out from the right shoulder, lifting the legs up and then letting them float slowly over to the left. Always keeping that right shoulder rounded down. Inhale, slowly floating ourselves back to center. And we'll take waterfall pose as our final pose. So our legs come up to the sky and our arms also reach up. And we're just letting all of our limbs sink down into our body. Giving our heart a little break here from pumping blood all the way to our extremities. Allowing everything to fall back into the heart. Being grateful for it, always working so hard for us. If you'd like, you can play here with rolling out the wrists and the ankles. Maybe taking your hands into fists, like stirring soup. You can even play with shaking the legs and arms out, dancing in the air. Whatever feels best for you. This is a simple inversion, like a headstand or handstand. Won't be doing any of those. But this inversion has the same benefits as those more advanced poses. We relieve our tired legs. This is one of those that you can pull out at any time. Do a few minutes of waterfall and you've done yoga for the day. It feels so good just letting those limbs rest. Coming back to stillness whenever you like or not. And then we'll slowly lower everything down into Savasana. Palms face the sun. Legs in a slight V shape. Shaking the legs out a little bit from right to left to let them go. Ankles are soft. Knees gently swaying to either side. Hips a bit more open than they were an hour ago. Palms soft. Shoulders dripping away from ears. Jaw loose. Cheekbones dripping down the face. Eyes sinking into their sockets. Brows soft. Thought lines fall away. We allow our bodies to sink, sink, sink. Soften. Soften into the world around you. Allow the air and earth to heal, revive, rejuvenate, and reawaken. Remember how wildness always holds you close, strong, consistent, slow, and steady. She rocks you in sense and sights and rhythms. She's always there to ground us, always soothing and knowing and simple and ready. Slowly coming back into our physical bodies by taking small movements in small places, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, taking the head from left to right, left to right. Arms come up overhead, pointing the toes. Big morning stretch one more time. And as you are ready, rolling on over to your favorite side, coming into the fetal position. We come into the fetal position to remind ourselves that yoga is a rebirth. We have the opportunity to leave this place a different person than the one who showed up an hour ago. Keeping the eyes closed, use your bottom hand to lift you all the way back up into our Savasana easy seat where we began. We'll lift the arms down, out, and up with grace one last time. Palms together and into our hearts. Bowing the head. May we think kind thoughts. May we speak honest words. And may we lead with a humble heart. I thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. Namaste. Thank you. I know, just in time. Hello, little doggy pup.